What's up, guys? So it has been, a pretty good day. Last night I had a great stream. We did a stream for the election day. And, might as well go straight into the elections itself. So, Donald Trump did win. I did not vote. I was, I don't go voting just because it's a huge problem, even though I am registered to vote. But, I didn't want to vote for Hillary, and I didn't want to go vote for Donald Trump. Honestly, they were both terrible candidates, and there's just no reason to vote if you're screwed either way. But, people are overreacting, honestly. Just because Trump got elected in one presidency doesn't mean that he's going to be able to do whatever he wants and just kick everybody out. It doesn't work like that. It's going to always take at least time. That's why a democracy is such a big problem. In a democracy, it takes time to get anything done. You need pretty much Congress to approve, and getting Congress's approval for such extreme things like Trump wanted to go for, it is really not going to work out, and it's going to take too much time. Now, tomorrow we have ourselves a maintenance. Now, the maintenance is going to be crazy. It's pretty much going to be down for a long amount of time. I was looking at the forums. As far as what's going to happen, no idea. All we know is that the new events are going to be there. They post the new events on Wednesday when it's around I think early in the morning Hong Kong time. That's when they actually go ahead and pretty much after their maintenance, they'll go ahead and post the events and tell us what's going down for us. But aside from that, we really have no idea. So Germany got their insane 2.0 update. Brazil should be getting something new as well. I have no idea. So it leaves us, we should get something new. 2 weeks ago, they announced we were going to have merges. It's pretty much going to be, I believe, 3 weeks soon. So 2 weeks ago, they said in 3 weeks there will be merges. So I have no idea if we will get the merges this week or if we get the merges next week. But merges are definitely something we really need to get into this game. I feel like the content at this point is really lacking. And, it is taking a very long time to actually... It's going to take a really long time to hit 85. But it's honestly not going to take that long. I am maybe two weeks away from level 83 or 84, I think. No, yeah, 84. 3 weeks or 2 weeks from level 84. Now, obviously, I could get it in shorter time because I only account for 9 tails kills. I don't really consider all the stuff you get each day from daily missions, bounties, all that stuff. So I could potentially actually get 84 a lot sooner. Now, when it comes into the what is it called? When it comes into getting 85, so 85 is gonna probably take another 2 weeks. So in about a month, I'm gonna be able to hit 85 already. So getting the update from 80 to 85, since I was already capped out at 80, and getting 81 was instant. Then I got pretty far into 81 to 82. Then I managed to get 82 2 or 3 days after the level cap itself came out. So it's not gonna take me long. In 1 month, I'll be already at the cap. Then maybe 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna also be capped out for 85 to 86. So there's really not enough things to do. They need to actually have some functions that we can do, such as cross-server PvP is the only thing I can think of. That would actually, probably bring more entertainment. That's why, there's really no point for you to raise your power too much. Now, another thing that people were really complaining about, or at least not all people, but some people were complaining about me doing the ninja exams one by one. Now, the reason I did that is because this. When you're looking up a ninja exam, for instance, I'm on exam 109. If I'm going to be stuck on 109, I'm going to go into Google, I'm going to type, or whatever, YouTube or the forums, I'm going to type Ninja Exam 109, Naruto Online, of course. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to look at videos where people cleared it, and then see if any of the teams I can make and see if it would work, see how much power we need. So that's why I did the videos separate. Just because I have seen people who took a whole group of ninja exams together. And it's just... they don't even show the formation either. So, for some of them, there's multiple parts to the videos because they're that long. But they don't even show you the builds or anything. That's why I kind of did them in a specific way. And another thing was, okay, so uploading them individually and doing 8 at a time was a bad idea. But then people were complaining, especially at least one person. He was saying oh, what's the point of this video? And because he thought it was going to be a tutorial. Why is everything supposed to be a tutorial? First of all, I did not say it was a tutorial. You only saw me do the fight. I just showed my talents, I showed my team, and then I did the fight. That's simple. I did not You know, I didn't even do commentary because it was just gonna be the battle itself. There was no point. So if I didn't put tutorial in the video, guide, or anything along those lines, what makes you think that it was supposed to be a tutorial video? So, you know, and then another thing was when they pointed out, oh, this doesn't help out free players, why would you post this? Do you not realize that the game has different kinds of players? You have free players, you have casual spenders, you have regular, like you have average spenders, and then you have heavy spenders. So obviously I'm not going to make videos that only entertain or help out free players all the time. I need to go through all the different kinds of people. I have a lot of people that watch me for Naruto Online, so I have to pretty much try and please everybody. Now, I did not, you know, decide to make a tutorial. I was autoing all the fights. That's another thing that got people pissed, is the fact that I auto everything. Auto doesn't mean anything if you still get the same result in the end. If a win is a win, you need to realize that. It doesn't matter how you win. As long as you see victory or won or whatever, then that means you have won. Doesn't matter if you're autoing, if you're manualing, whatever you want. So it was kind of funny. People were getting triggered for like the dumbest things. And then, you know, people were like realizing, oh, why are you guys hating? You should just appreciate like the fights and all this kind of stuff. Like, you guys should just appreciate the videos. I don't know why it was such a problem. Unless you're like getting notifications from my channel, then I'll apologize, because people that were actually getting notifications told me, oh, you're blowing up my stuff, and I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. So that's the only reason I can understand you getting pissed. But the fact that you're getting pissed because I was clearing ninja exam, did it in separate videos, did it with auto, and I didn't do a tutorial, and the fact that I used the win main and Sage Naruto team, the stupidest point that he tried to make was trying to say that, oh, it doesn't matter, you just spend to do it. Like, are you stupid? Do you not realize that? It's easy to spend to do something than actually doing it. People really think that money can get them that far. First of all, it depends how much money you really want to spend. And even then, you still need battle power alone. So you can have all the good ninjas in the world. I said this yesterday on stream. You can have ninjas. For instance, Susanoo Itachi, he costs like $10,000. He has over 3,000 seal scrolls. But I bet you if you took that $10,000, put it towards power, and fought a guy who got a Susanoo Itachi team, pretty much like the best ninjas you can have, but really weak power, they would get destroyed. And that's because power means mostly everything in this game. The ninjas help out, but ninjas themselves cannot win the battle. So, you know, it's a really stupid argument. And the team is really solid because you have Toby, who is pretty overpowered at this point in the game. He's gonna get nerfed by the Germany 2.0 update, so you might as well abuse him. Use him in like almost everything you can. Everything that you can. Use him for ninja exam because he makes it so easy. And Sage Naruto is very much the meta at this point. He is the meta. Any ninja that buffs him is pretty much going to be used. So Iruka is also overused just because of Sage Naruto. So, you know, it's not like... And I've seen free players that have Sage Naruto, so I really don't know what the problem was. Like, the only ninja that a free player can't get from his team is Iruka. But guess what? The free players who stacked their coupons, waited for the Sage event, also managed to get themselves an Iruka. So, you know, it is possible to be a free player and have this team. It's nothing too crazy. I'm not using a super rare ninja or anything like that. Naruto's a regular rare. Like, we have Gin, who plays on my server. His first rare was basically Sage Naruto. So he is the third person on my Naruto server with Sage Naruto as a free player. So it's not even a big deal. It really isn't. But aside from that, you know, the people who did enjoy the ninja exam videos, I appreciate that. And then for those of you who aren't even up to those ninja exam videos, if you have my team, it'll definitely help you out. The thing is, I think it actually does involve having a good amount of power. That's the problem with this team, because, you know, there was really no strat. It was just bomb them all with auto. So you pretty much need to get yourself a pretty good amount of power. I will be planning to do the rest of the ninja exams, no idea when. I honestly don't want to stream it just because, you know, I don't know how long the stream was going to be. When I was doing those ninja exams, I was doing it casually. I just kept challenging, kept winning, and the funniest thing was that it didn't even take too many tries. So overall, it was very good. I didn't expect to get to 109 anyway. But now when I got to 109, I'm kind of stuck there. So I'll be going Fire Main during the weekend when I do Strong Approach on the Sunday stream. And by then, it's going to pretty much mean that I'll stay farming for the next week. Probably try and do ninja exam. The goal really is to beat 120 because I need to start getting those Super Kage scrolls. I'm missing out on a lot of battle cards just because of that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the stuff that's gonna happen tomorrow. I just hope that the maintenance actually results in us getting something new, and I hope we get some good events because these events have been really lackluster. All the ninjas that you can possibly get from these events aren't too crazy. You have Animal Pad, which I will never recommend anybody to use if you don't have Conan. And don't say Hedon because all she does is mark one more target for Hedon's mystery. That is really it. And you know, the Hedon gets buffed when it comes to the Germany update just because of the, you know, right now he revives every 2 rounds. In the German update, he revives every round, so that's really nice. I have a very busy day today, so, you know, I'm kind of screwed. Also been really tired lately. I haven't been sleeping too much. And I haven't been sleeping for the past few years too much, honestly. I've been having almost no sleep. Only a couple hours each day. And it's just, you know, a lot of problems with that. But the problem with it is people are telling me to, like, take pills and, like, take medication to go to sleep. But that honestly scares me more than not sleeping at all. Now, the reason for that is because a lot of people die from sleeping pills. You're not going to die from the first one. But the problem is this, you're going to get addicted. Or not even addicted, it's just to the point where you can't sleep unless you use the medication. So it happened before where, I forgot who, but a person was basically taking sleeping pills. They start taking them, and then they have to start taking them regularly. Now, it gets to a point where the sleeping pills have less of an effect on you. So what do you have to do? You have to either take more, or you have to just keep taking them all the time to fall asleep. But the problem is, what if you don't wake up? That was like, I think that was actually a big case to sleeping pills a while ago. I remember, you know, people used to talk about sleeping pills, and for some reason, it's just, it came up. And then people would say like, oh yeah, how people die because they just don't wake up. That's another scary thing. So if I had to lose sleep and pretty much not die because I didn't wake up from taking the pills, I would rather just take my chances. I really would. I got myself a new microphone for pretty much PlayStation 4. Now, PlayStation 4 gives you the worst microphone you could ever hope for. They give you like this garbage little earbud thing you put in and it sticks into your controller. So I went ahead and got myself like a headset. This way when I actually do streams on Twitch or whatever, I can actually talk to people from the PlayStation 4 itself because I don't have a capture card. And at this point, I'm pretty much trying to keep all my money until the Black Friday sale. When the Black Friday sale comes out, I'm going to probably look at like CyberPower and any other pretty much place that sells computers. I really want to get myself a new desktop. You know, I'm looking to spend a lot of money just to get my office set up because that office is empty. There is nothing in that room, so I need to get myself a desk, chair, some other stuff in that room, triple monitors, and then desktop. Pretty much trying to get myself like a fully performance built PC, and you know, it would definitely help out for streams and all kinds of video editing and stuff like that. Now, I have like the biggest problem with YouTube for me is just having to make the videos. I can never find an easy way to do it. Out of all the recording things I've tried, I'd say XSplit is the best one I use, but it's still very heavy on the CPU. When it comes to video editing though, video editing is by far the biggest problem I have. Alright, so I use Camtasia for video editing, which I will not recommend to anybody. Never use Camtasia. It uses the most CPU, takes the longest to render, and I haven't tried Sony Vegas because I tried Sony Vegas maybe a few months ago and it never worked out for me. Try to get Adobe Premiere won't even start for me anymore. So I am having way too many problems with the YouTube side of things. What I have to do now is probably try Sony Vegas one more time. Hopefully it works out for me. Otherwise, I'm really going to be screwed at that point. But XSplit recording at least is working out. So recording the gameplay is relatively better than using Camtasia for everything. Now, there's not much to talk about Naruto-wise. It's just stuff that's going on. A few more things to tell you guys is if you guys are interested into Dragon Ball Z, which I started Dragon Ball Super yesterday, and honestly, it's pretty crazy. I'm about 10 episodes in. It goes up to like 65 or something like that. So I'm trying to basically watch as many Dragon Ball Super episodes as I can, and I just love Dragon Ball Z, so it's finally a good chance to actually pick up and start watching Super. But honestly, the Japanese dub was, or the Japanese, the voices for Dragon Ball Z or Super, it's really cringy. Like, I just really don't know how people like that, man. every time I hear Vegeta, you know, Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. I can't stand Goku. He keeps saying Kakaroto, Kakaroto. I'm just like every time I hear that, my ears start bleeding. It is honestly like depression. It really depresses me when I have to listen to this. It is like, wow. Like honestly, Dragon Ball is the only anime in the world where I can say you have to watch it dubbed. I just don't like the Japanese version for that. Any other anime in the world, the Japanese is the only watch. I don't like people who watch dubbed animes. For some reason, if you watch dubbed for like animes outside of Dragon Ball, how do you do it? Because it seems terrible. But everyone has their preference, you know. Some people watch dubbed because they don't want to, pretty much, you know, listen to, they don't want to read subtitles, so they'll watch dub. But dub is just terrible, and they take stuff out of context. Funny thing is, I can relate to this because I'm over here who prefers to listen to pretty much. So this is an example. People watch subbed animes, and then pretty much there's people that watch dubbed animes. The same difference as people who auto in this game, and the same difference of people who manual in this game. So, you know, people have their own preferences. You have to accept that. But there are just, you know, there are very rarely any times that the dub of any anime is actually good. And Dragon Ball Z for me is just, you know, that's just one of those instances where it's perfect for me. I can't watch the sub, but since it's Dragon Ball Super, I'm gonna just watch it. I'm not gonna wait till Dragon Ball Super becomes dubbed itself. Honestly, it's just gonna take too long, and I want to wait for that. But you know, it is just nuts. Like honestly, hearing and everything has changed. Like all the names when it comes to the Dragon Ball universe, everything sounds different. Everything is different. So like I was used to just the dubbed version of Dragon Ball Z for the longest, and then hearing the Japanese version of things, I'm like, damn, they're changing everybody's name, and they're changing like how they just it's just really complete. It's like a completely different experience. It's like you would have to rewatch Dragon Ball Z in Japanese just to be prepared for Dragon Ball Super. The transition from dubbed to subbed in Dragon Ball is nuts. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is basically, I don't know if you guys ever played this browser game back in the past, but there was a browser game for Dragon Ball Z called Anime Saiyan, whatever you want to call it. And it is pretty much not making a return, but there's going to be a game coming out for it, which is basically the same thing. It's basically Anime Saiyan Reborn. It's going to be a lot better. They're pretty much, like, as far as I can see from the pictures they put, there's no release date yet. I just saw a video about it today. They made some announcements today. So I'm going to be really looking forward to Dragon Ball, or the Dragon Ball game. I don't know what the name is. I have to go on Facebook and find it out. But I will put in the description for those of you who are Dragon Ball fans and would be interested. But I'm definitely going to play it. I wouldn't say I'm going to go super crazy on the spending for the game. I'm going to take it light. You know, try and take it light at least. But yeah, I miss Anime Saiyan back then. Another game that they need to bring back is Pocky Pirates. But the funny thing is that if you like Pocky Pirates, there's actually a Russian version. But you know, like Russian version of Pocky Pirates, I would not be able to do that. Like it's just, you know, when it comes to it has been too long since I played Pocky Pirates. It's probably been like 2 years. And you know, it's like when I played China Naruto Online, it's very easy just because the functions that I don't know, I learned what they do. And then all the previous stuff, I actually do know what happens. So that's pretty much what happens with that. But outside of that, alright, so we have that we discussed. I was going to discuss one more thing, and then I completely forgot. So what I wanted to do was, like, I kind of want to bring in some other games, just because Naruto Online, unless they do some amazing update that really changes it and adds features to the game, it feels really boring to do. It really does. Like, every day, I have to pretty much change my team almost every other day to try and have some fun. Because, like, these games get repetitive, and, you know, eventually when you progress too much, there's really nothing to do. But the few things that people should realize is, like, when you really have very little functions to do, it's kind of rough. It really is. Level capping, it's honestly a better thing to stay far behind in the game, because this way, you'll never be at that point where you reach the end and you have nothing to do, or the things that you have to do cost either too much money or just aren't worth trying. So I'm pretty much going to try to be doing 120 Ninja Exam. Only downside is this: if I actually do 120 Ninja Exam, that means that the last thing I had something to do for is pretty much going to be over with. And you know, there's just nothing to really do about that. But yeah, if I remember what I was gonna talk about, so Bleach has fixed pretty much there was a bug with the new update for the equipment sets. Now, for those of you who don't care about Bleach and stuff, you can just just chill for a bit. But at least for me, I'm really happy that they actually fixed the set bonuses because I got an insane amount of battle power. So tomorrow's Bleach video, I'm gonna be looking forward to that. It's gonna be something special. Good thing is I can get that done with when I come back later from college tonight. And tomorrow we also have the new events for Naruto Online, which I'll be doing a video on. I pretty much would love to, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day for me. I have my mom's birthday, so I'm gonna be out celebrating as well. So that's gonna be later tonight, which shouldn't be, or later tomorrow, which shouldn't be a problem. And then I also have my aunt from Poland. She's coming over to pretty much stay with us for Thanksgiving. Not sure if she's staying for Christmas, but she just wanted to hang out with my family, so she's gonna be here for. She's not staying with me. She's gonna be staying downstairs in the guest room. But it's gonna be nice to have her over. But she is gonna be, I don't know what's gonna be going on in the house because she's gonna need to have something to do. And nobody's ever in the house because everyone works and stuff like that. My brother even goes to school. So we'll see what happens with that. But I haven't seen my aunt in at least a year or two, so it's gonna be nice to see her again. But aside from that, I have a very busy day tomorrow. Mom's birthday, then I have to pick up my aunt from the airport later that night as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty busy day for me. Today's video just honestly feels like a waste of time for me. It really does. Like, I know people look forward to the gameplay, but when I have nothing to talk about Naruto specifically, it feels like it's a complete waste of time. It really does. And I wanted to do a shorter video. I really wanted to do a shorter video, but there's just really like nothing to talk about. Like, I don't know. The funny thing is, like, I have nothing to talk about, but the video is still long already, and it's just a pain when it comes to it. It really is. But I'm stuck with it. I have to get a video out every day. So today's video may be boring for you guys. I would have actually done a China video. People keep asking like, oh, do I still play China? Can I do a video on it? My problem is that I did the stuff for China on stream yesterday, and it doesn't reset until 5 o'clock Eastern time. So since it doesn't reset until 5 o'clock Eastern time, I have to basically go ahead and deal with this, and that's why I'm kind of stuck on Naruto Online today. So I was also supposed to try out a different team that had Gaara, Jigo Kudo, Sage Naruto, and I was originally gonna be good for the idea, but when I thought about it, it's just I really have bad experiences with Gaara. I can never suggest anybody to use Gaara at all. I really can't. Gaara is just, he's like paper to me. He really is. Gaara is exactly like paper. I have used him at the start of the game, and every time I was using him, he is just so squishy. He just gets destroyed. Immune to combos or whatever, he still takes hits like crazy. And I personally don't like that he has to use his barrier and then he has to use his mystery as well. So it's something that's just like such a bad thing. Now Kazekage Gaara is a bigger beast, especially when the Kage treasures roll through. But the problem with Kazekage Gaara is this: he has a mystery cost of 80, but he hits everybody in the team. His passive is also the passive is also basically a barrier, so it's gonna get automatically activated. He doesn't need to use his barrier for his mystery. So that's the cool thing about Kage Treasure Ninjas. I really can't wait till we get those. Kage Treasure Ninjas just by far gonna revolutionize the game. Every single main character becomes great, and that's when Lightning can finally be considered endgame. But until that happens, boy, you will not tell me otherwise. Lightning is not endgame at this point. And, that's pretty much all I really have for the video today. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed, there really wasn't much to talk about as far as Naruto Online. But, it's been great fun with my subscribers recently. I've been hanging out with people in the Discord, talking to them on voice, doing, it's been fun streams. There's barely any trolls anymore. So it's definitely a great feeling. And I'm glad people just keep, showing their support, keep watching my videos. Because, starting off on YouTube back then and having it just like blow up at this point is something that just really makes all the dedication and time I put into it finally pay off. But you know, I will see you guys tomorrow with the new events, and hopefully you guys have a great day.